Let's start with agreeing. When someone shares an opinion you support, there are many ways to respond. Of course, you can say, I agree, but native speakers often use more expressive phrases. For example, you might say, absolutely, or exactly, to show strong agreement. If a colleague says, we need to make this our priority today, you could respond, I totally agree, or even, I couldn't agree more. These phrases show enthusiasm and confidence. You can also say, that's a good point, when you want to recognize a smart or interesting idea. For instance, if a friend says, this cafe is quieter in the morning, you might reply, that's a good point, I didn't think about that. Now let's look at more relaxed, everyday agreement. In casual conversations, especially with friends, you might say, I know what you mean, or, yeah, I hear you. These expressions show that you understand and connect with the other person's experience. For example, if someone says, this place is always so busy on weekends, you can respond, yeah, I hear you, it's hard to find a table sometimes. Sometimes, people also agree through shared confusion. Imagine you're looking at a complicated menu and your friend says, I don't understand this dish. You could reply, I didn't get it either. This is a very natural way to agree in everyday situations. Now let's move on to disagreeing. This is where things get a bit more delicate, because you want to express a different opinion without sounding rude. In English, we often soften our disagreement. For example, you can say, I'm not convinced, to be honest, or, sorry, I'm not with you on this one. These phrases are polite but still clear. Imagine someone says, this restaurant is the best in the city. You might respond, I'm not convinced, to be honest, I've had better food elsewhere. You can also use softer disagreement like, I don't think so, either, when you share a negative opinion. For example, if someone says, I don't think this dish is worth the price, you could reply, I don't think so, either. It's simple, but very effective. In more informal situations, especially with close friends, disagreement can be stronger. You might hear expressions like, no way, when someone says something surprising or unbelievable. For example, if a friend says, this is the best coffee I've ever had, you might laugh and say, no way. I've definitely had better. The key is to always think about your tone. Even strong expressions can sound friendly if you say them with a smile or a light tone of voice. So, what's the takeaway from today's episode? Use expressions like, absolutely, exactly, or, I totally agree, to show strong agreement. Try phrases like, I know what you mean, or, yeah, I hear you, to connect with others. And when you disagree, soften your language with expressions like, I'm not convinced, to be honest, or, sorry, I'm not with you on this one. Agreeing and disagreeing is not just about language, it's about building conversations and relationships. When you express your opinions clearly and respectfully, people are more likely to listen and engage with you. Thanks for listening. See you next time for more practical English you can use in real life.